We discussed earlier, former President Trump is describing the situation on the border as a bloodbath. But on Friday, we're going to get jobs figures, and past jobs reports have shown that immigrants are helping the U.S. economy. Is the view of this administration that the inflow of immigrants do more to strengthen the United States or hurt the United States? Does it do more?
So, Josh, I appreciate the question, and I think it's an important question as we're hearing clearly awful rhetoric from the other side. But what we know, what this president believes, and you've heard this president say this before, is that we know immigrants strengthen our country and our economy as well. It goes hand in hand here. Think about the critical work these 8 immigrants were doing on Key Bridge when it collapsed. While Congress failed to act on President Biden's comprehensive immigration reform, remember he introduced that on the first day of his administration because he understood the importance of fixing immigration, a system that has been broken for decades. His administration has led the largest expansion of lawful immigration pathways in decades, and we continue to work to ensure employers and immigrants can effectively navigate the laws in place. And so reforming our immigration system only strengthens our economy. You hear the president talking about that, about making sure that we have an economy that works for everyone, making sure that there's dignity and respect for everyone. And by doing that, it boosts our labor supply, it helps solve workforce shortages, and some businesses are facing, right? That we see businesses are facing. And so we took a step forward not too long ago. We spent 2 months working with the Senate, working with Republicans and Democrats to try and figure out how do we deal with this broken system. We put together what would have been, if put into law, the toughest and fairest piece of legislation that we have seen in some time. But what we heard from the last administration, from President Trump, and you heard me say this over and over again, you all reported this, that he told Republicans to reject that proposal because it would hurt him and help the president. That's not how this president sees this. This president sees the immigration system as an issue that majority of Americans care about and that we should fix. We should get to the bottom of this. So we're going to continue to urge Congress, Republicans, to come back, right? Come back to the table, move forward with that proposal, get it out of the Senate, and then move it over to the House, get it out of the House, put it in front of the president. He will sign it. The toughest and fairest law that we have seen in some time. And this is not about politics for this president. And to go back to the beginning of answering your question, we know immigrants strengthen our country and also strengthen our economy.